Tonight on Connecticut's news station, an explosion and fire in Bridgeport. Concerns tonight over chemicals running into storm drains. Fire officials are telling us what was inside that tanker that exploded.
And the rain is finally going away, but still one more chance for showers tomorrow. What it means for New Year's ahead.
A man in Naugatuck still recovering months later after being attacked during a robbery at his home. Now police are hoping for a breakthrough in the case. Tonight, we're hearing from the victim.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
We begin in Bridgeport. 3 people are injured in an explosion and a fire at a hazardous waste management facility. Crews are still cleaning up tonight. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here on the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Sarah Sanchez. That explosion happened this afternoon just after 2. Neighbors had to shelter in place for hours. And tonight there are environmental concerns. Fox 61's Jake Garcia has the latest from Bridgeport.
Fire officials say it all started around 2 o'clock at the Tredebi waste facility plant you see behind me, where one of the tankers caught fire.
Was a dark black plume, and as it settled down, it was almost, you could see the air being thickening and the visibility diminishing.
Bridgeport Mayor Joe Ganim describing what he saw after an explosion and large fire at the Tredebi waste facility Friday afternoon that sent 3 people to the hospital. While the extent of their injuries are unclear, one person suffered burns while 2 others were treated for smoke inhalation. Fire officials say an explosion occurred from one of the tankers on the property.
It appears there was some type of offload of a low-grade oxidizer at the time, about 4,000 gallons, and somewhere along the line, the first explosion occurred.
Firefighters were able to quickly put out the flames. 200 people who live in the area were told to evacuate or shelter in place, while officials tested the air quality, which was later deemed safe. Officials now are concerned with water runoff, which contains high pH levels that could run off into a local brook.
A mixture of all the chemicals that are on the property, which is a little bit of everything. So with a pH level of 13, that's very high. So we want to do everything that we can possibly do to keep everybody safe.
Fire officials say it could be weeks before the plant is fully operational. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. In Bridgeport, Jake Garcia, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Time for a first check of the forecast. Another gloomy day and on and off showers out there, but some parts of the state did see some brief sunshine. I'm jealous.
I know,
if
me
the
too.
Clouds parted above you today, because I didn't see it.
It was really just southern and southwestern Connecticut, Sarah, around Bridgeport and New Haven. Very late today, a glimpse of sunshine. But the clouds have filled back in tonight, and there, yes, still is some rain out there. We have a few steadier showers that have developed right around Middletown, Cromwell, over into Portland as well. A little steadier shower here. In other spots, it's mist and drizzle and remains unsettled, as we've seen for much of this week. But change is coming, and it will come once this cold front off to our northwest comes through tomorrow night. And behind that, we'll have better air building in for Sunday. And that will come with some sunshine. So let's show you the hour-by-hour forecast for the rest of the night. There will be mist, drizzle out there, and a few showers as well. Temperatures overnight in the upper 30s to low 40s. Tomorrow morning, that front approaches, and there will be some showers along it. Can't even rule out a couple of snowflakes mixing in with these showers in the hills. And then these should pass through midday, and the afternoon tomorrow will start to turn drier, and we will begin the clearing process tomorrow night, which sets us up for a pretty good Sunday. So the forecast for the weekend ahead, lots of clouds tomorrow, a chance for some showers, especially the first half of the day. High temperatures will be in the mid-40s. And then for Sunday, a dry day, a mix of sunshine and clouds. Highs on Sunday will be in the lower 40s. Coming up, we'll talk about what this means for the New Year's Eve forecast. There could actually be a flurry or two as the ball drops. I'll show you where coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Ryan. 5 people are without a home after a fire at a home in Torrington. The fire was reported around 2 this morning on Hoffman Street. Firefighters tell us they encountered heavy fire from the 2nd and 3rd floors of that home. It took them about 3 hours to get the flames knocked down. The family of 5 got out safely. Their dog did not survive. The Red Cross is assisting the family. No word yet on how the fire started. To a Fox 61 follow-up now, police in Naugatuck are offering a $1,500 reward for information on who attacked and robbed an 86-year-old man. Tonight, we're hearing directly from Jack Hutt. He's hopeful and in good spirits, still recovering from the assault that happened back in June. Fox 61's Julia LeBlanc joins us at the Oak Terrace Apartments where this all happened.
Jack Hutt tells us that since he was attacked here at his Oak Terrace Apartments, he refuses to live in fear. However, he is hoping this new reward will bring him the answers he's been searching for.
I'm hoping that with the extra money that they can apply to the reward, that something will come up.
Back in June, 86-year-old Jack Hutt was attacked not once but twice in his apartment here on Conrad Street.
I was a pretty tough bird in my day. And I don't back up. Bring it on. Now,
Naugatuck Police and Water Oak Crime Stoppers are offering up a $1,500 reward for information leading to an arrest.
I think there's could be a lot to this story.
Jack says the first attack happened in the middle of the night when suddenly he heard someone breaking in.
The door swung open and somebody came rushing through it.
Jack fought for his life, seeing only a blur when they eventually ran off. About a week later, it happened again, this time right before dinner and 15 minutes after his twice-weekly aide left for the day. Jack was watching TV when someone crept through his front door.
All of a sudden I knew this. I see the arm going, and he had me.
The suspect took $900 from his pocket and ran.
It's almost like I thought he knew that the money was in my right-hand pocket because he went right there for it.
Now his Oak Terrace neighbors are on high alert but not scared for their safety.
It was like I was aware then that it could be dangerous, but I didn't feel it out when I walked out of the house. I don't get that feeling.
But for the sake of everyone, Janice Kohler hopes this reward does lead to an arrest so this never happens here again.
You know, and they could. That man could have ended up dead.
Now, anybody with any information on these attacks is asked to call Naugatuck Police or the Water Oak Crime Stoppers. Now, we have both of those numbers on Fox61.com. We are in Naugatuck. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
New here at 10 tonight, Stamford police need your help tracking down suspects they say made off with tens of thousands of dollars worth of merchandise at a fur store. Take a look at your screen. Police say these three men stole $20,000 worth of merchandise from Engel's Fur on Bedford Street. The robbery apparently happened yesterday afternoon. Police say the suspects took off in a Ford pickup truck with Florida plates. If you recognize these men, Stamford police are asking you to give them a call. Senator Richard Blumenthal is celebrating the passage of the bipartisan Slow Down, Move Over resolution today. It made it through the Senate unanimously. The resolution raises awareness over slow down, move over laws. Now, those laws are meant to protect emergency personnel from being struck by cars while on the job. It was inspired by Corey Iodice, a Connecticut tow truck operator who was struck and killed in 2020 while assisting a driver. And in a statement today, Blumenthal says tragic collisions that injure and kill first responders and roadside assistance workers like Corey Iodice continue to happen. This resolution amplifies the simple yet effective way to keep workers safe on our roads. Also new tonight, the Twain House and Museum says their executive director will be retiring. Peter Roos was led the organization since 2017, and in his retirement, he started multiple renovation projects to improve the grounds there. The museum's starting the search for a new executive director. They currently have an interim appointed in the meantime.